All right, this is chapter 4, formative 4.1, 4.3 review. We have write and solve equations using addition or subtraction. So what we are trying to do is solve for x in these one-step equations here. We have x plus 5 equals negative 3. So what we want to do is rewrite the equation. And then we want to undo whatever's happening to x. So here we have a plus 5. That means we're going to subtract 5 on both sides. And we should get x equals negative 3 minus 5 is altogether negative 8. Okay, to Boolean check that on our calculators, we are going to type in our negative 8, storage in for x, enter, and then we're going to type in the original equation. So we have x plus 5, okay, and then for the equal sign, it's second math, enter, negative 3. If we are correct, we should get a 1. And we are correct. So that's how we're going to check our own answers with if the solution fits the math problem. All right, number 2, we have x minus 7. So to undo a subtraction, we're going to have to add the opposite to get 0. So minus 7, we would add 7 to both sides. And that's how we get our minus 7 and plus 7 add up to 0. Bringing down our x, we have 8 plus 7, and 8 plus 7 is 15. And then you would go through the same process here with 15, storage in for x, enter, and then type in the original equation, and we would get a 1. All right, so that was section 4.1. It was just to do the additive inverse. If x is being added to a number, we subtract it, and if it's being subtracted, then we add it back on. And it's the whole idea of getting this 0 pair to eliminate. In 4.2, we were working with multiplication and division. So multiplication is the opposite of addition, and division is the opposite of multiplication. So we have 4x minus 4x equals negative 12. Again, we can rewrite it. To undo a multiplication of 4, we would have to divide both sides by 4. And we get x equals negative 3. Okay, for number 4, we have 1/6 x equals 2. To undo the multiplication of a fraction, we have to multiply by the flip of that, or the reciprocal. So we're going to multiply by 6 over 1, multiply by 6 over 1, and then we have our cross-canceling here. They both can be divided by 6 for 1, and we get 1 times x, which gives us x by itself. 2 times 6 is 12. So x equals 12 for number 4. And then in section 4.3, they have us putting all of our equation steps from 4.1 and 4.2 together in what they're calling the two-step equations. So we'll notice that 2 things are happening to x right here. We have a negative 5x plus 15 equals negative 20. So we're going to have to subtract the 15 from both sides first to get our 0 pair. And plus 15 and minus 15 cancel out. We have negative 5x is equal to negative 20 minus 15 is altogether negative 35. And we notice that we're not done. We don't have x by itself yet. It is being multiplied by negative 5. So then we need to divide out that negative 5. And the whole purpose of that is to get 1 times x. So negative 5 divided by itself is 1, and 1 times x is x. Negative divided by negative is positive, and 5 goes into 35 7 times. So our answer is x equals 7. Just like we did with other equations, we can say 7 storage in for x, enter, and then type in our original equation, and we should get a 1. Okay, for number 6, we have 2x minus 8 equals 20. So we are going to add 8 to both sides for that 0 pair. And we get 2x on this side. 20 plus 8 is 28. And then the opposite of multiplying by 2 would be to divide by 2. So we show that to both sides. And we get x equals 14. Okay, so if you didn't complete this assignment or you need to make corrections on it, please show all your work and then turn that back in today.